Hey there and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. PSV Eindhoven want to sign Man United winger Facundo Pellistri on loan. Eredivisie giants PSV Eindhoven have proposed to sign Manchester United winger Facundo Pellistri on loan during the ongoing transfer window, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Uruguay international made his debut for the Red Devils in January last year, but he has yet to become an integral part of the first team plans under manager Erik. The 22-year-old played only 8 minutes of regulation time in the last match for United in the FA Cup third-round win over Wigan Athletic, and he could be on the move in the next few days. Romano has revealed that high-flying PSV have approached United to sign Pellistri on loan. They could face competition from Major League Soccer outfit Los Angeles Galaxy. Galaxy are exploring a permanent deal for the talented winger. The final decision will rest on Pellistri. PSV have had a sensational season in the Dutch Eredivisie. They have won each of their 16 games in the division and are 10 points ahead of current title holders Feyenoord. The Eindhoven Giants have also progressed to the round of 16 stage of the Champions League, where they should fancy their chances against Borussia Dortmund. Pellistri, who is a right winger by trade, is unlikely to displace Johan Bakayoko from the position, but he should have the chance to contribute off the substitutes bench. In our view, this would be a better choice at the current phase of his career. A permanent move to Major League Soccer would be a downgrade in his development phase. Pellistri has struggled for regular minutes at club level, but remains an undisputed starter for his country. A good loan stunt at PSV could pave the way for a permanent deal. With Bakayoko touted to leave PSV in the summer, Pellistri could get the opportunity to establish himself as the main figure on the right side of the attack. There could be a part exchange deal too if United are keen on landing Bakayoko. Two Premier League clubs enter the race for Anthony Martial. West Ham and Wolverhampton Wanderers have signalled their intention to sign Manchester United striker Anthony Martial this month. Ekrem Konur reveals the two Premier League sides have entered the race to sign the Frenchman, who United are open to letting go of the player in January. Konur contends West Ham and Wolves are joined by Fenerbahce, Inter Milan, and a host of clubs from the Saudi Pro League in their pursuit of Martial. A report from Turkey has suggested Fenerbahce had tabled an €8 million bid for the 27-year-old last week, but this was dismissed by sources in Manchester. A different reporter in Turkey has revealed he believes Martial's time at United seems to be coming to an end due to Fenerbahce's interest in a loan deal. This link to the Turkish giants appear one to keep a close eye on in the coming days. The interest from Saudi Arabia in Martial is long-standing, with the Frenchman possessing the reputational pull the PIF target when shopping in Europe. He is also a player who ostensibly is about to enter his prime and is available at a cheap price due to his contract situation. This would stand him in positive contrast to the usual deals the Saudi League have to strike for European players. Similarly, Inter Milan's interest in Martial was reported on by the People's Person last month, with the Italian giants thought to be considering a loan proposal with an obligation to buy. This was prior to the internal decision at Old Trafford not to trigger the automatic one-year extension in their striker's contract, however. This decision means Martial will leave the club in the summer on a free transfer if a suitor is not found in January. This is why the entry of West Ham and Wolves into the race for Martial is such a positive development for United, who had almost appeared resigned to losing the Frenchman for nothing. Both Premier League sides want a centre forward to help them in the second half of the season. If United are able to salvage any type of fee for Martial this month, it will constitute a win. Jadon Sancho's loan held up due to wage disagreements. Jadon Sancho's move to Borussia Dortmund is still being held up due to the wages Manchester United are willing to pay while he is on loan in the Bundesliga. The loan is yet to be closed, and there are almost daily updates regarding the deal, which remains in a constant state of flux. Now, German outlet Ruhr Nachrichten have added their own insight to the story. Moreover, the newspaper has very close ties to Borussia Dortmund, so any information they provide on the story is of the utmost interest. It's claimed that the hold-up lies in the negotiations held between the Red Devils and their own player regarding his wages during his temporary spell away from Old Trafford. There are still disagreements between Manchester United and the winger, and the issue appears to be how much money they will have to pay Sancho from their end of any wage splitting between the two clubs. It has already been reported that the Bundesliga outfit are optimistic that United will agree to them paying £2.6 million towards the player's wages for the next 6 months. Under the terms of the proposal, United would pay Sancho £5.2 million for the duration of the loan. However, perhaps United are not in the mood to be so generous now that the Christmas season is well and truly behind us. Dortmund will be hoping that the issue is ironed out quickly, as they have already agreed on the conditions with a deal with United and have already got the green light from the player. All that is missing is the Red Devils' rubber stamp on the deal. It has also been suggested recently on Sky Sports in Germany that the reason for the delay is United trying to save face and come out looking like the winners of the transfer. The club will be aware of the chastising they have received over the years for paying over the top wages and not obliging clubs who launder and want the players to pay much, if any, of their salaries. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's stance on Mason Greenwood applying for Man United again revealed by expert. Ben Jacobs has spoken exclusively to Count Offside about the Mason Greenwood situation at Manchester United as he impresses on loan at Getafe this season. The transfer news expert and Daily Briefing columnist explained that Greenwood's future would likely not be resolved this January despite his fine form in La Liga, attracting links with the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Greenwood was a key player for Man United prior to his being arrested and subsequently suspended by the club, who moved him out on loan in the summer. The Red Devils may have an interesting decision to make on Greenwood soon, especially now that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is after purchasing a 25% stake in the Premier League giants. According to Jacobs, Ratcliffe's position is that he doesn't want to interfere with United's investigation into the player, while it has previously looked clear that the overall stance at the club was that Greenwood wouldn't play for them again. He said, "It's still too early to predict Mason Greenwood's next move. He is settled and scoring at Getafe, and I don't see much clarity until later in the year. Manchester United's position last year was that Greenwood won't play for the club again, and it's not thought Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have discussed any deviating from that plan to date. Ratcliffe is certainly aware and respectful of the club's investigation, and conscious multiple staff members voiced concerns about Greenwood returning to Carrington despite the Crown Prosecution Services announcing charges of attempted rape, controlling and coercive behavior, and assault occasioning actually bodily harm, and had been discontinued after a key witness withdrew their involvement in the case. Any potential Manchester United return will be a very sensitive topic and not one anyone commits to in January. Last year, it was made clear by multiple sources pre-Ratcliffe that Greenwood wouldn't play for the club again. To U-turn on that position will require far more than just a football department making that decision. It's true Getafe would be very open to making a permanent bid for Greenwood, but again, nothing is advanced at this point. Links with Real or Barcelona are normal. La Liga is seeing firsthand what Greenwood is capable of on the field, but I doubt any clarity will emerge until later in the year. Arsenal enter the race for Everton's Amad Onana. Arsenal have reportedly entered the race to sign Everton midfielder Amad Onana, with talks between the clubs described as intensive. Sasha Tavolieri revealed the update on X, detailing how discussions between officials at the Emirates and Goodison Park were currently ongoing. Fabrizio Romano corroborates Arsenal's interest in the midfield powerhouse, describing how the coaching staff at the London club appreciate his abilities. The Belgian has a habit of delivering particularly impressive performances against the Gunners, who no doubt would be keen to avoid such a situation for Everton's trip to the Emirates on the final day of the season. It's described as Onana's priority to remain in English football, a sensible approach given how much he has thrived in the Premier League since his arrival in the summer of 2022. As such, Tavolieri believes Onana is keen on the move to Arsenal, though the Belgian has impressed a host of Premier League teams over the past 2 seasons. Manchester United are one such example. United have been strongly linked with a move for the 22-year-old, with Erik keen to buttress his side with more defensive steel, having watched opposition teams carve through his own too often this season. Onana's versatility and physicality, as well as his defensive instincts, offers the Dutch manager the exact attributes his midfield has been lacking, while United's team, which lacks a player like Onana with Casemiro currently injured, feels a more natural fit for Onana than Arsenal, who spent an exorbitant fee on Declan Rice in the summer. Luke Edwards of The Telegraph believes the Belgian will be tempted to leave for either club. Both United and Arsenal are said to be constrained financially in January. However, they are both feeling the pressure of financial fair play regulations, and accordingly, an expensive move for Onana may be beyond their capabilities in this window. The summer may prove a different story. Manchester United transfer target Serhou Guirassy suffers injury scare in a friendly game before AFCON. Manchester United transfer target Serhou Guirassy suffered a knee injury and was substituted in the 27th minute of Guinea's 2-0 friendly win over Nigeria on Monday. The Red Devils are reportedly interested in signing Guirassy to bolster their misfiring attack. Guinea boss Kaba Diawara played down fears that the striker could miss upcoming games. He told reporters via Ben Jacobs, "He came up to avoid any risk. We don't know yet, but it doesn't look too bad. I can only hope it's nothing serious." The 27-year-old has been in blistering form for his club Stuttgart, bagging an impressive 17 goals in 14 Bundesliga appearances this season. Only Sheffield United 15 and Burnley 20 have scored fewer goals than Man United 22 in the Premier League this season. They defeated Wigan Athletic by 2-0 in the FA Cup on Monday, but squandered several goal-scoring opportunities. The front three failed to score against third-tier Wigan, even when they had several chances to put their name on the score sheet. Guirassy is available for less than 20 million euros. The low transfer fee makes him a lucrative target for Man United. The Red Devils are working with a tight budget. In today's transfer market, they will not find a better striker for this price. United will hope that Guirassy's injury is not serious and he returns in Guinea's next game. They were keen to land Timo Werner, but he joined Tottenham. Erik Maxime Choupo-Moting was another player linked with a move to Old Trafford. However, the Red Devils had no interest in signing the Bayern Munich forward. Man United need to speed up Jean-Claire Todibo pursuit as AC Milan enter race. Manchester United need to speed up their pursuit of Nice defender Jean-Claire Todibo, with Milan joining the race for his signature. The Red Devils were heavily linked with the Frenchman in the final days of the summer transfer window, but a transfer did not materialize. The hierarchy were aiming to offload Harry Maguire before recruiting the former Barcelona man, but the ex-captain decided to stay put. United continue to remain in a difficult position with regards to financial fair play, but they may need to speed up their pursuit of Todibo. RMC Sport report that the Rossoneri have entered the race for the 24-year-old, though Nice are still reluctant to consider an exit. The League One side have been brilliant in the first half of their league campaign. They are currently 5 points behind leaders Paris Saint-Germain. The club have a realistic chance of winning the league as well as qualifying for the Champions League, which increases the importance of keeping Todibo. Some United fans believe Sir Jim Ratcliffe could hand an advantage to the Red Devils, considering he is currently the owner of the French outfit. However, it's unlikely that the British billionaire will do any favours for United. He will only take control of a 25% stake with the United this year. Ratcliffe will have control over footballing operations soon, but that may not happen until February. Hence, a deal for Todibo may depend on meeting Nice's demand. The club are eyeing at least 40 million euros to part ways with their prized asset. United reportedly have a real interest in signing him, but he will have to recoup funds from somewhere to afford the signature of the highly rated star. Rafael Varane has been linked with a big money move to Saudi Arabia, but as things stand, United are not close to sanctioning any high-profile exit. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.